Hello everyone, and welcome back. It's time to head up for the final days of deer camp. I wasn't planning on going up until tomorrow morning, just to pretty much close up the tent. And Zach went up yesterday, and there's actually some deer tracks around, and nobody had driven through on that road, and there was a few places, so I thought, you know what, I'll run up there today. I'm not gonna stay till Sunday, but get up there today when there's some tracks and there's fresh snow falling right now up there, and kind of see what's going on. For the last couple of days, there's been this, I don't know if you'd call it a slow snow, just a constant snow. I see it's done this morning, but at the house now it's dumped a good 4 to 5 inches of snow on the ground. It's amazing how it's just not any big deal, and all of a sudden you have enough to... I would have actually plowed. I plowed a little bit back by the wood boiler, but the ground is still not frozen, so it's much easier once the ground is froze, so you don't keep hooking into the grass or whatever and ripping everything up. Once again, I'm going to stop here, do a little bit of shopping while I upload a video. I see my favorite parking spot is open. I get good internet at this one spot, but a lot of people grab it. I got my shopping done, and I've sat here an additional 45 minutes. The video is 78% uploaded. I'm just going to switch it to the Wi-Fi on my phone and start my drive north. Just filled up with fuel. Had to buy a couple gallons of windshield washer fluid. I ran out about 20 miles back. We're all filled up again. I think I'm going to drive the whole loop and see if what I see for tracks. I saw some rabbit tracks and some grouse tracks back a ways. This is where my dad goes in. I don't see any tracks coming out or crossing the road here at all. I just passed the tent driveway. I saw no fresh tracks up to that point. These tracks here are from when Zachary went out to his stand this morning. You can see his vehicle is dragging on the snow. Right here is where Sarah goes in. I know he didn't go all the way through. He said he turned around. So we'll be able to do the whole thing, and I doubt anybody has driven in from the other side at all. Right here is where Zachary goes in. You can see where he parked there. So this is as far as Zach went today. See if there's any fresh tracks the rest of the way. Definitely tracks that, like the ones that he saw yesterday, some older tracks right in this area. This is right where George goes in. Looks like they're just kind of milling around on the road. You can see they've been going down there. But that's not fresh. Then again, I guess I gotta think about that. It was snowing this morning here. It's supposed to still snow some more today. There's been one right here that's been milling around and going down the road. We're kind of coming up on my far stand where I go in. Not fresh though. Let's see, I go into my stand right here. And you can see that yesterday they went in on that same trail. More than one. Okay, there's fresh right there. That's a fresh deer bed. And those tracks are going back. That goes back behind my stand. Wow. That's that scrape that Zach saw yesterday, and they've been there again today. This is right by where the river crosses over, where we keep looking at that beaver dam. Or the beaver thing that was underneath the culvert. See, there's the water. The good thing here is that's where they have to cross unless they're going to go swimming. Somebody, let's see. Oh, maybe Zach parked right there yesterday. Yeah, they're all over now. I mean, they're not all over, but this is where they're hanging out. I don't see anything fresh up here. There's some older ones. So basically, we've probably just got a few deer that are in that area, but one of them's obviously a buck. They've been here too, but not this morning. So these could be different. They're all down on this end though. Here's some more tracks. I don't see any wolf tracks. There's deer tracks in there going down that one. Huh.
I had a heck of a time getting into the stand yesterday because it snowed and iced up my blanket. My blanket had blown up onto that foot thing. Oh my gosh! I climbed up it, then I had to climb back down, take everything off because it was too much for me to try to do it, and I ended up. I had to rip it because there's about this much of it that was so frozen I couldn't pry it off.
Last year I had to sit in your stand like this on third weekend.
Oh yeah.
Because it was all up there, yeah. My one out in the field or out in the clearing was like that too, but just barely on there, so I had to climb over the top.
Oh yeah.
To get in. Yep.
Yikes. Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. We'll put it. Most of the blanket is intact. I'll put a new blanket on it next year. But I was like, I don't know how that happened. I mean, when I get out, it's always draped over me, and I take my stuff and I get off. So maybe the wind pushed it.
The wind will push it. I'm sure it gets heavy. The wind pushes it and stops it. Yeah, I remember that with yours. It was yeah. I think I had to shovel kick all the snow out of there too because you probably did too because it builds up in there then.
Yeah, I put that rug on the bottom of it to keep the air from coming up and through, but
Yeah.
then it makes that shelf. That would actually probably fix all of that, because if it was just the metal mesh and it sat on there, you might be able to kind of break it off. a bit
Maybe
easier.
so. My dad's got rained out when I sat in his the last time I sat up here. His sticks out, but his was just frozen, so you're like trying to get underneath
Oh.
it. His, that's the hardest stand ever. Oh, he found his hearing aid.
Did he?
He he was taking, he must have put it in his pocket or something. He was taking something out and he stepped on something on the floor and it was like, that was his hearing aid. So he must have either fell in a pocket or he took it out and put it in a pocket and
Oh.
forgot.
Huh.
He just told me that yesterday. A little different once that snow starts falling. You gotta bring all that wet in here.
Yeah.
You know what?
Oh, I do have some of these ones left over from yesterday. They're the cheddar ones. I don't know if I'll get rid of those and some of these. Are you staying through Sunday?
No, I'm not here through. Sorry, I'll probably leave Saturday.
How many burgers would you like?
Cook me up two. Probably do one on Brett. I might have one. Is that Brett?
Those are handy cam batteries.
Yeah. Or that's one that I have. There we go. These two are charged. These are all non-charged ones that were just sitting in my cup holder in my truck.
Oh wow.
The thing is, some of these are bad now. The blue ones seem to be pretty good.
What are those cute? I might have a charger for those.
I think I have some other ones. I think I have this one here. If I have a cord, I do have a cord somewhere.
Oh,
And then those two. Okay. Camera. Which should be all formatted and ready. I never really came around.
I brought some burger buns.
Oh, you did.
I stopped at the general store to get burgers, but they didn't have any burgers. So
You mean like pre-made burgers? Or
well, yeah,
Or
kind
the
of like what
buns.
you have. Well, just any burgers, but they didn't have anything.
Oh, they
so
didn't.
I got those better with cheddars there instead. Coming.
Oh yeah. They like to go around when people shoot deer and eat all that up. They're not getting any of that this year.
Oh yeah, here's the other one. Yeah. I was watching them. At first they went to the right, now they're going to the left. I don't know if they really have like a nest or what.
Yep, they always go both ways. There goes another one coming in.
That one's the timid one.
Is there only two?
Just the two today. Yeah.
I always make them land on my knee or whatever. That's the scared one, or more scared. You snooze, you lose over there.
Oh.
looking at the radar here, now it's snowing pretty good, those little tiny flakes, and it looks like it's going to snow all the way up until 6 o'clock tonight, if the future cast is right. Uploaded that whole video this morning at Walmart, and then used my phone, you know, until it was done. Got up here, put it on the wrong channel, had to delete it. Now we're using Zach's phone Wi-Fi to upload it right now. It's at 8%. I can't believe I did that.
It's the season.
Play and it should play. I'll get season or the second disc is still black and white, or the second. I like the black and white ones better than the color. I also like the half-hour ones better than the hour.
Oh yeah.
But I like the ones with Festus better than with Chester.
Oh, okay.
And you know, Chester's always in the beginning. I mean, they're still good, but
in the very beginning, his character is kind of awkward.
well, that whole first beginning of the season, like you watch the first episode, it's pretty rough.
Yeah.
You know, like they're trying to figure it out, and then there's a time where they go in there, and they must have told them, people must have told them they wanted more comedy or more laughing, more friendliness.
Oh, yeah.
Because then you'll see them, it's like totally looks like they're trying to do that. You know?
And some cheese too. Mine's cooled off already. A few days ago and they're all soaking wet still.
Oh.
I was like, oh, they're all cold and wet.
You didn't, there was no new tracks coming out here where Sarah was?
Nope. I can get this all set up.
Okay. Should have brought a little shovel.
I had one too.
Well, Zach's going to just set up right there because the Deerbend crossing and right here is the only place to cross the water unless they go through the water. Scrape is, that was back there, just a little bit. Oh no, right there. So he's going to cover that. Is it ideal spot? Not really, but it might be. Now nobody's driving through. If there's a lot of people driving through, you'd be sitting right next to the road, but I'm going to need four-wheel drive before the day is over. He's definitely got the better spot from compared to where I'm sitting tonight, but he hasn't shot a deer in 12 years. I want to put him on the best spot. Well, I'm at my spot here to walk in. 28 degrees and snowing like this, and that's a wet snow. Gonna be a miserable night. I wonder if my little roof is still sitting up there or if the snow from the last time now has collapsed it. I didn't see anything, but I have to say that was the most exciting night in the stand. It was dead quiet and snowing, and we know there's deer in the area, so Yeah, that was kind of fun. We'll go pick up Zachary and head back to the tent. There he is. Got pork steaks cooking on charcoal. Zachary's got some potatoes he diced up cooking and some green beans. Yeah, they look pretty good. Okay, everyone, well, it's time for bed. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Nice calm night, though. No snow, no wind. It looked like on my truck there's, well, maybe a ½ inch to an inch.
Oh no.
There's still a little bit of light snow falling. Oh, I don't see it now, though. I wonder how much is at your house?
I don't know. A lot.
Melissa said she woke up at 2 after she had a dream that bears were trying to break into the house and she was still awake. That was at 5 o'clock.
Oh really?
Yeah. No, usually I'll shut it down so that it's darker in here. You did you switch the picture out?
Yep, I did yesterday.
Oh, you did? Okay.
When you upload it the second time.
Yesterday by your standby, what time did I get up here at? 10. They would have been by your stand by that time, so
Oh yeah.
we should be able to see if anything's been around playing around out there though when we drive out. Got Zachary dropped off. No fresh tracks down here. But the deer have to come by to make the tracks. Still the best area right now. little chillier today than it was yesterday. Go pick up Zach, and he's going to have to head home. According to watching the news this morning on my computer, Zach lives in Silver Bay, and parts of Silver Bay got 24 inches of snow during this snowstorm. Zach said last night that one of the neighbors came over when Samantha was out or something like that, and because their the driveway hasn't been snowblowed or shoveled yet, so Zach's got to get back and clean up a bunch of snow. Nobody has driven through here this morning at all. Everybody must have just gave up. There he is in his nice toasty deer stand with his heater in there. Was it nice and toasty in there?
Yeah.
Was it?
Nice.
It was cold. I mean, I didn't get really cold, but I had to have gloves on or put them on and take them off, you know.
Oh, yeah.
It was chilly. It's weird how long it takes those bulbs to, I mean, it's 72 in here, so you'd think that it would just come right on.
Oh, I wonder how many years old those bulbs are.
That's true, they're still squirrely ones, aren't they?
Yeah. Can't even, I don't know if a person can find those anymore.
I don't either. I should get some 100-watt soft light LEDs.
Yeah. Hook up that trailer, I guess, and see if it'll yank it out of there.
Probably block the driveway, I won't be able to get around you.
I'll have to unload the four-wheeler to go around.
Does your camera show it that close? You could just get right on it. That's nice.
worked on the control arm.
I'll go slow then, right? Because that can bend.
Yeah. I'm just going slow. It should pull in here.
Yeah, I didn't take much, just slippery, that's all. Had to give Zach a little bit of a pull there. It's just really slick snow right now. Just getting up that little hill and just getting started was a problem. Now he's headed home. After Zach and I left his stand, we went out the back way and drove the whole loop around looking for fresh deer tracks with the snow. And there were no deer tracks. On the far end, or on the front end, I guess you'd call it, where right before I go into my clearing stand, there was a set of wolf tracks going down the road that then cut in toward my clearing stand clearing, I guess. And then we went by the folks' driveway and there was a set of wolf tracks going right up their driveway. So there's still some wolves around. Tonight, I think what I'll do this afternoon is I'm going to drive the loop again and see if there's any fresh tracks. If they are, I will hunt that spot. Otherwise, I'm not going to go sit in a stand waiting for nothing. And then I think tomorrow I'm just going to finish, getting everything out of the tent for winter, close everything up, and I'll head home. I got the truck running out there. I'm going to run and see if I see any fresh tracks. The wind has picked up out there. I mean, it's not bad, but you see puffs of the snow coming off the trees here and there. There was a vehicle coming this way, so I pulled off the road and it was DNR. So I had actually a nice conversation with him for probably 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Checked my license, of course, checked my gun, make sure everything was legal, and there's a couple places up here where he's seen some deer. And, of course, he talks to the people hunting, but he said there's some camps that would be up here, within 25 miles of here, for years, and he said there's just nobody at the camp. They didn't even bother this year, so. And he agreed. He said that he thinks it's mainly, there have been a couple of harsh winters, but he thinks mainly it's the wolves. Nothing fresh. This is what caused all the excitement. The deer bed was right there and the fresh tracks. They must have just been passing through. Pretty sure that was the same DNR guy that gave me a ticket for my boat registration. Still pissed about that, even though I had it coming. snowing pretty good now. Always wish I could be driving along and see a big buck out there somewhere. Pull over and do the sneak on it. Never happens. Well, I certainly didn't see any fresh tracks, so I'm not gonna go sit in it. Oh crap. Let's not get stuck. I'm not gonna go sit in a stand where there's nothing. Two-wheel drive, not bad. Well, I just put the first of the 3 tent videos up. This is the third one that you're watching right now. About an hour and 35 minutes ago. 5,191 views. 85 comments. I need to get my butt busy though and get it cleaned up in here so I can leave in the morning. Talking to George or texting with him, and he's actually going to do muzzleload hunt on a friend of his property. Not up here, but yeah, and like he said, now that winter's here, maybe some deer will move into the area, but you know, where are they? I made sure to bring in a bunch of smaller hardwood right here because this batch now, most of this will get used on the winter trip. And I think I'll probably be more than one winter trip this year. But anyway, when you get here and it's that cold, you want a bunch of small wood to put in there and get that fire really burning and get some heat going. I brought up another journal, a new one. Remember last year, or when, I don't know when it was, 2 years ago, when I was running out of journals, because I think this is the, let's see, this is journal number 5, since it started back in 2007. This is the 5th journal anyway. If it was a couple, if I come up here a couple times, long winter trips, I'm going to fill this up and I didn't want to have to, you know, not have one of these. I remember being up here one time and running out, having to do the whole journal in a notebook, and then buy the journal, bring the journal back with me, and then transfer everything into it so I would, you know, was right back where I'm supposed to be. So I wonder, let's see, today is November 17th, and it was 19 degrees at 5:20 in the morning, which is the first time I looked at the weather station. So let's see if how close to the November 17th we can get from last year. November 6th. October 8th, October, should have said, everything is November, October 18th. That should be November. I'm going to leave it because that's the way I wrote it. So on this day, I got here at 8:42 in the morning. I was just coming up for third weekend, and it was 23.2 outside and 27.3 inside. The next morning it was 16.3. Then it was 28.9, 29.7, and then it came up for the winter trip. But it must have been then second weekend. I thought we had some pretty cold stuff. 25. 31 at 4:10 in the morning on November 11th of 2021. It's nasty outside, snow mixed with rain. 33.8, 22.3. I wish I had some of my other journals, because you guys, if you have watched this for a long time, you've seen me in the deer stand when it's 21 below zero. I remember having that on there, 21 or 23 below. That was brutal. I think 3 years ago, it was like 14 below, and I shot that deer. Pretty nice buck. And I remember being so happy that I had to gut it out, so I have to stick my hands inside there, and it would be really warm. But there was a breeze, so my hands were so cold, and yeah, it was warm when you stuck it in there, but you pulled it out and the wind would cool it down. It didn't do me a whole lot of good. 24.3. Yeah, 36. Actually, last year seems like it was pretty mild. Wow. Opening day last year was 48.2 outside at 5:15 in the morning. And this year, this is probably the boringest video part right here ever. On opening morning, yeah, I think it was the 6th, wasn't it? Yeah, that was the first day when I got everybody up too early. It was 27.1 degrees outside at 4:30. So last year was much more mild than this year. Okay, everyone. Well, it's time to go to bed. Everything is pretty much cleaned up. Tomorrow I'll finish up, get everything put in the truck, and it'll be time to head home. I pretty much got everything ready to go out to the truck. 7:30 right now. I suppose I should start it so it can warm up. I'm trying to be out of here around 8. Maybe I'll put another armload of wood in the wood bin when the winter trip comes. It looks so nice having a full wood bin of all nice dry wood. Hang up my clog type tennis shoes here. Wonder how many years I've had this pair. They always go right there. Okay, everyone. Well, thanks a lot for watching. Next time I come up here, it'll be across the lake. you guys on the next video.